Hey guys, my tag is Christmas is cancelled, and today I want to talk about something that a lot of you probably don't think about but makes a huge impact on your training. I recently grinded for the Nova score for 1 wall 5 targets passive reload, and this topic was something I had to focus on to get the score. I barely thought about my aim or what I was doing. Honestly, playing the small version of passive didn't really help anymore. I already had the number 1 score in passive reload goated. How much better did I need to be? What I'm talking about and what this video is about is the idea of getting in your own way. When you look in traditional sports, the top 50 golfers, tennis players, baseball players, all of them are near the same peak in terms of their ability. Even looking at major league and minor league baseball, it's not like the major league players are stronger, faster, taller. It's the fact that they allow themselves to play more towards their peak consistently than minor league players. So how do we get in our own way? What prevents us from playing more towards our peak? The biggest way we get in our own way is by ascribing subjective meaning to our performance. When you shoot at a target in Kovacs, you either hit it or you don't. That's the objective outcome of the action of shooting at the target. And if you want to play more consistently towards your peak, all you think of the action ends here. But that's not really how we think, is it? We want to think of hitting the target as a good thing and missing as a bad thing. And isn't that the case? Hitting the target gets us towards a new PB, whereas missing gets us away from it. So what's the problem with that? The problem is that we shouldn't be thinking about our score at all. Any interference from our conscious mind is going to be detrimental to our gameplay. And if you're trying to improve your aim, this means eliminating all interference. Think of all the complicated stuff you know how to do as a human being. Your ability to walk and understand language is a far more complicated skill than moving a mouse, and you're only able to learn that when you didn't have a developed brain to interfere. Things have to go straight into your unconscious mind if you want to improve, and anytime your conscious mind steps in, it blocks it from happening. So how does judgment worsen our learning in Kovacs? We'll look at both judging hits and misses. To start off, when you look at hits and assign good to it, it leads to a mindset where you want to keep getting good outcomes. When you're playing Popcorn Sparky and you have 25 hits with 20 seconds left, it's finally your time to reach that 30 hit PB. But the next hit isn't just another hit, which it should be, it becomes hit number 26. You have 20 seconds to hit 5 targets. Surely you can do it. If you just play really safe, you'll 100% get it, right? We've all been there and we know what happens. By caring too much about the hits and the score, it leads us to not wanting to miss, and we enter a mindset where we try really hard to not miss and take over. Think about the first 5 seconds of a run versus the last 5 seconds. You can almost feel like there's more weight to what you're doing in the last 5 seconds. This weight in and of itself is a very big problem that we need to learn to lessen, and part of that is to learn to view each target as its own target. Nothing that happened before can matter. Now we get on to missing. Given the rabbit hole we all experience when going down the hit path, I think we all know this rabbit hole when we think about missing. When you miss and judge the experience as bad, it leads to self-talk. This self-talk will be hypercritical of your performance of the certain action, which will lead to the same takeover that we talked about earlier. But taking over never goes well, and soon this self-criticism will not be about your performance of that day, but just about you in general. Being critical of your performance in 1 wall 6 target small will not only make you play bad today, but it leads to the idea that you will never be able to be good at small dots. And self-criticism becomes self-fulfilling prophecies, which leads to a lot of people who get good scores in Kovacs, but they just can't get good small dot scores. And this is purely because they think themselves a bad small dots player. Hopefully, I've convinced you all that judgment is bad and that we need to view hits and misses as objectively as possible. What does this look like in Kovacs? One thing to work on is that no matter hit or miss, you always move on to another target. View each target as just that one target. Learning how to reset yourself is a very important skill, so whether you hit or miss, continue going with the groove. When you play a scenario, you should have an intended method of clicking every dot. And when you notice you miss, one thing you do is start spam clicking your mouse, and either you click the bot or you reload. But either way, not hitting the bot with your intended way of hitting is what's important. Getting the hit by spamming doesn't mean anything. And after spamming, it can be difficult to get back into the groove, which can lead to more misses. A mantra you can say is, I won't hit every shot, but I'll hit the next one. You don't expect a 100% accuracy run every single run, so that one miss is just that, one miss. Notice the miss and just move on. Technically speaking, if you pause for a moment and just go for the same target again, it's fine. The point I'm trying to make is that you can't ever lose form. So if you want to improve at Kovacs, one thing to pay attention to the next time you play is this. Notice your reactions to hit or misses, and if you find yourself caring too much over the result, learn to detach more. And that's everything I have for you today. If you found the content helpful, like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube. And if you broke high scores because of me, hang out on my Twitch stream. I also offer one-on-one Kovacs coaching. Join my Discord to find more information there.